Come outside, Melissa. Come outside, Melissa. Viral, baby. Let's go.
So Melissa is like, I look like the girl from Matilda. You know the little black girl that was like holding on, and Matilda was like, I look just like her on here, um, with this filter. So Rihanna is making it look like, oh, they want me to talk about them. I'll talk about you guys in a little bit. But Melissa is like, bitch, I would never let my bestie get out there on the front line by herself. Like, Rihanna didn't even leave you behind. Like, I feel like she's trying to get dragged. She's probably insecure because a lot of people in the black community do make fun of black girls for being dark skinned, and that's a for sure thing. Like, I've been light skinned, I've been dark skinned, and the first thing when I went to Miami and I got my, okay, let me take this. When I went to Miami and I got my chocolate skin, girl, let me say, the black girls were like, damn, bitch, you so black, your skin, you look purple. I was like, bitch, I look like a supermodel. I didn't say that. I was too, like, I was too insecure, I think. I wasn't insecure about being dark because I wasn't always dark. I was always more on the light skin side. And so people used to just either call me like a red bone, but I wasn't. I think red bone is more of Rihanna. But I think Rihanna is a hot yellow. Looking at her, red bone is like a caramel. There's caramel, red bone. There is hot yellows, and I used to be more of like a yellow bone. That's why when I was younger, like, because I had jaundice and I had yellow skin and yellow eyes, and so they had to put me under the sun so I can get vitamin D. And so throughout the time living in Houston, Texas, I started getting tanned out, tanned out. That's where my skin is a lot lighter, like under here, and it was always even lighter. But you know, I spent a lot of time being homeless and being outside, and that definitely played a role in adding melatonin to my skin, because I used to get sunburn. When you don't get enough sun and you don't get a tan, your skin is sensitive to the sun and you get burned. And so that's how I felt what sunburn felt like. It was like so bad. So when I was little, I'm pretty sure I had some serious sunburns, and my whole face got dark on the side. It was horrible. So black girls just making fun of like chocolate African, like, your skin is silky beautiful. Like, it was more like of the white culture that really embraced my skin complexion. That's why I love them. When I was dark, they were really like embracing the chocolate side, and I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. I hate when people target people because of their skin color. It's a serious issue when people don't love themselves. They don't feel up for living. They don't want to live. They don't want to take pictures. They don't want to, when you tell them they look like a man. And that's why I think like the transgender community, the gay community definitely, well, some people would say that it ruined it for us, but then if you really think about it, it really kind of gave us like a defense. We kind of like, you know, like now people are, they raise awareness in LGBT community. So when I walk around and people are like, oh, you look like a guy, a Batiman, or a guy, at least now that the LGBT community has created a platform, people can't just look at me and always make fun of me. You know what I mean? Because they're like, even if she is a guy, who cares, right? And that's thanks to the LGBTQ community. So I think you have to look at their reason for being and the purpose, because without that, people would always make fun of me and try to beat me up and probably think that I'm a guy when I'm not. So they made it dangerous for my existence, right? And a lot of times you don't even look like a guy. Like, I don't see that I look like a man unless I'm like, my hair is not brushed or something, right? So people just sometimes call you a man just so that you can be insecure when they know you're not a man. So she's probably insecure about her physical. That's probably what the thing is. Or from the look of Rihanna's face, she looks like she's just somebody that you like, do this, do that. That you have to beg her to do it. Like, I hate that. I'm like, bitch, let's go. Like, let's get in a camera and tackle this camera. Like, bitch, girl, This is what a best friend is all about. Girl, look at my bestie. Let's just pretend like, look at my bestie, y'all. My bestie, girl, look what she did. Girl, look, because my best friend has been looking at my hair for a very long time. And my best friend is the prettiest. Like, she's light skinned, but she didn't just, like, all my dark skin, my best friends are always jealous of me. Always. And I'm like, bitch, because I get a lot of male attention. And they're like, damn, like, what they want from you. Like, they're confused. Like, you know, they don't understand males usually. Also, Leos have sexy energy. Leos have sexy energy, and men go by how you make them feel. That's how they know that you're gonna rock their world in bed. So if you don't give them that vibe, they're not gonna go for it. So they would make fun of me because I'll be pulling like some of the sexiest guys. Like, they will come and they'll be like, they have big boobs but the cutest guys. Like, I had guys that look like Nelly approach me. I had like my sister's boyfriend hooked me up with a guy named Lemai who looked like Nelly. I was like, please don't bring him to my house. I know I'm gonna fall in love with him. Don't bring him over. Guess what? He bought him over, and I did fall in love. And I braided his hair, and my girlfriends would be like, will come and they'll make fun of me in the room, and then I'm like, but guess who's sitting in my room and whose hair I'm braiding? A guy you want to fuck, a guy you want to be with. So they would look, they're like, look at Sandra, like, who you got in here? I was 16, he was like 18. And then my ex-best friend Sade Thompson, like, she left, and she's a doctor. She has a 3-bedroom house. I asked her if I could rent her bedroom house out. She literally, not bedroom house. I said if I could pay her the only $200 that I had, like, I was like, the only $200 that I had, I was like, can I pay you $200, or like at least $150 to stay in your apartment, in your garage, not even in the one of her 3 bedrooms, in her garage. And she claimed I'm her best friend. And I was like, and she was like, I have to ask my husband because, Steve, blah, blah, blah. Steve called me. I left and I was sleeping on the sidewalk at the bus stop in Hollywood. I could have got hit by a car. She pretended to be my best friend, dropping me off some food in a Tesla. I was blessed that she dropped me off food in a Tesla. Like, she's always been helping me as a little girl, and as a teenager, and like, she helped me, like, take me to the doctor when I was pregnant, like, things like that. But I think sometimes best friends get tired of being the one that's always helping. And it's unfortunate that you have the poor best friend that just doesn't have the resources, doesn't know the right things. But it should never be expecting something in return. And I always felt like, well, you have me, so isn't that enough? You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't just hang with anybody. And they used to always beg me to go to parties. They're like, Sandra, come out. Because let me remind you, my ex-birth mother, she never let me go out. She was like, you can't go out. You can't have friends. So whenever I did have them, I felt like, you're lucky I'm even hanging with you. Because I'm risking getting beat up at home just to hang with you guys. I'm not supposed to go out. I'm not supposed to have best friends. I'm not supposed to have black best friends. So you should fucking pay me. Because if that woman goes off on me, that's going to be like me taking a risk. Like, and so it was just like a lot. And there is some things that they would do that would put my green card in danger. Like, they would be attacking people, like slapping people's butts on the escalator. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, that's why my ex-birth mother said, don't hang with these girls, because they're gonna get you caught up. They would do that shit, and I would be in the front, and they would grab somebody's ass while I'm in the front. And this white guy we got into a fight. We got into a verbal argument. And I was like, I will fuck you up. Because he was like, stop it. So it looked like I didn't even do it. They're the ones that did that shit. And I looked at them and I'm like, why are you guys doing this? Like, I have a green card. I can't afford for you guys. And we got in an elevator and they literally beat up this Spanish guy for no reason. It was their fault. I was like, why didn't you just let the guy out? Why are you guys fucking playing games? Like, just racist. It's racism. And they just like, and I was like, man, fuck this shit. And then she has a lot of Spanish best friends. And I'm like, This is crazy. I had